It's UNLV versus Utah State. Two Mountain West rivals going at it tonight to add one more tick to their win column. For UNLV, it would be a quad one victory, and for Utah State, it would be another cherry on top to their already impressive run with wins over Grand Canyon and Boise State in the last couple games. Welcome into the broadcast booth. I'm Winter Columbus, your play-by-play announcer tonight, joined by Marcus Bray, your color commentator. Now the Runnin' Rebels are coming off hot. They just beat rival UNR here at the Thomas and Mack. The fans showed out. The most impressive student section I've ever seen in my time. So what do the Runnin' Rebels need to do tonight, Marcus, to continue that success on the court?
This Rebels team, coming off the high, they need to dominate the boards. The last time these two teams faced off, they dominated the boards against Utah, 40-31. They need to do that here again. And this is a Utah State team who is very much top-heavy. Most of their points come from two players, and that's it. UNLV a little bit more spread out, although Gibbs Longhorn coming off that monster 42-point game against UNR. If he can replicate anything like that, I don't see UNLV losing this game.
Speaking of Dre Gibbs Longhorn, like you said, 42 points in just a game ago. He is expected to have a big night. And it's funny you bring up rebounds because when I was looking over my prep for this game, UNLV in conference play only 2 losses when they get less rebounds than the team. So very good key to the game. They're going to need to dominate the boards. It's senior night tonight. You know, Howie Fleming, Kamani Hamilton, Al Green, and Walter Brown all leaving the Runnin' Rebel family, but I know they'll stay connected for life. So let's get into the starting lineup for the Aggies and the Rebels. MJ Collins starts at the 1 for Utah State. Drake Allen starts at the 2. And then the do-it-all potential player of the year for Utah State, Mason Falslev, starts at the 3. Zach Keller at the 4. Adrian Elliman, the freshman, getting the nod tonight in place of Carson Templin. And for the UNLV Runnin' Rebels, of course, Dre Gibbs Longhorn, another player of the year candidate, starting at the 1 for the Scarlet and Gray. Howie Fleming Jr. starting at the 2. Kamani Hamilton, the senior, starting out at the 3. Jacob Bonarby starting at the 4. And rounding out this squad for the Runnin' Rebels is Walter Brown. Do you find it interesting that Josh likes to keep freshman phenom Tyron Jones on the bench in case they need a spark?
Tyron Jones is a phenomenal piece for this team. And last time they played Utah State, had a phenomenal 20-point game, and was a big role in beating this Utah State team, who, just like now, was at the top of their game. But one person, we said as it's senior night, Walter Brown, the senior, had a big game in controlling that board against Utah State last game. I think he needs to step up again here today, coming off that UNR win, and really dominate the boards here and help UNLV take this dub.
And we saw a 7 to 8 man rotation. They had to go more because of, foul trouble. Are we expecting the same thing tonight, or do you think Josh will open up the lineup just because it's senior night?
At the same time, you want to give these seniors a chance, but at the end of the day, all you want is that win. You want to get the win no matter what, and I think if the game gets out of hand or we get up, I could see the seniors stepping in, but I don't think Josh Pastner is considering putting in the seniors just because the senior night. I think he's focused on the win right now.
So tip-off is just moments away here at Thomas and Mack. If you're just coming over from the UNLV baseball game, welcome in. I know it's in progress, but playing Northern Colorado today and tomorrow. We'll have the coverage again for you tomorrow against Northern Colorado. Myself and Will be on that call. It's a pretty good crowd here at the Thomas and Mack Center. Not quite what we saw against UNR, but they did make a significant push to try to get as many people in seats for that rivalry game. And it's like I said, pretty good crowd. It's a wide out night. 8:30 local time. How are you liking these 8 p.m. late tips?
I mean, an 8 p.m. game on a Tuesday of all days is a little brutal. I won't lie. Not the greatest way to continue your week. Got to turn around, got school and work the next day. But I'll say for a Tuesday night at 8 p.m., this is great turnout. Having fans come off of that high of that arena win. A lot of them were here. It was a great game. Phenomenal game. Went to overtime. And having that excitement, fans want to come back. This is exactly what the program needs to continue to just fill this Thomas and Mack Center.
So UNLV is sitting, I believe, currently in that 6th to 7th spot in the Mountain West Conference. Of course, the Mountain West Conference holding their tournaments right here at Thomas and Mack. Yes, they are sitting at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7th spot, just ahead of Boise State and just below Colorado State. Currently tied. Looks like Colorado State has the tiebreaker over them. So tip-off literally moments away here. And we'll see the Jaws, shark kind of tradition where the fans all clap those hands. Just a great tradition here that's been going back years. No matter the opponent. The Runnin' Rebels looking to chomp their opponent to bits here. Send them to the bottom of the sea. And Barnaby will be taking the tip. And taking the tip for the Aggies is going to be Zach Keller. So, the ref having the ball, throws the ball up. Runnin' Rebels win the tip. And Drake Gibbs Lawhorn starts with the ball in his hands. Now Hallie Fleming on the right wing. He's trying to dice up MJ Collins. Howie Fleming loses it, gets it back. Now gets it to Bernarby in the left short corner. He loses it. A little grease on the ball tonight for the Runnin' Rebs. Bernarby, no one there, and just throws it out of bounds. Drake Gibbs Lawhorn not there to receive that pass from Walter Brown. And Utah State will start off with a defensive stop here. They're looking to get started early. Now Drake Allen gets it over to Falslev, all alone on the left wing. And oh my gosh, you can't leave a man like Mason Falslev open like that. Player of the Year candidate. I mean, this kid is lights out from three, especially if you leave him open on the left wing.
I mean, shooting 41%, not someone you can ever leave and have that much space to shoot from beyond the arc.
Hamilton moving the ball around. The Rebels have 6 seconds. Hamilton at 5. He has to fire up a three. Does not go. Walter Brown fighting for the rebound, but it's secured by Mason Falslev and the Aggies. Drake Allen fakes a pass left, then goes to his right. Gets it to Keller. Into Allen. Fakes a three. Gets it out to Falslev. Falslev guarded by Lawhorn. Two Player of the Year candidates doing work. Drake Allen loses the ball. Gets it back. Gets it into the freshman, Elohim. And that's not going to go. Runnin' Rebels get their first defensive stop. Elliman can't get it. Howie Fleming all alone in the left corner. That's just offline.
And you love to see the quick ball movement. Got Fleming open. If the Rebels can continue to do that, they'll open up a lot more threes for them that they don't really shoot a lot.
Falslev looking open again. Just decides to pass up the three and gets it to Allen on the left wing. Now gets it back to Keller. They're playing catch. Allen guarded by Hamilton there, just above the left elbow. Gets it to Elliman, guarded by Lawhorn. Elliman can't hit, and it's tapped back in by Keller. He puts the Aggies up 5 here early. And like we said, UNLV went in to Utah State and the Spectrum and came out with a win here. They're looking sloppy early, though. They're going to have to lock in here with 17:10 remaining. Lawhorn step back from the right wing. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Howie Fleming. And the senior on senior night gets the first point for UNLV.
Not a ball you usually see Gibbs Longhorn shoot. Made no contact, but teammates were there to clean up the scraps and get the points for the UNLV Rebels.
Now false left, guarded by Fleming. Gets it over to MJ Collins. He fires up a three from the right corner. That doesn't go. Walter Brown gets the rebound. He's pushing the pace and just gives it off to the point guard, Lawhorn, who gets it back to Fleming. Fires a right wing three. And the rebound secured by Lawhorn. Or secured by false left, excuse me. Ellen, I believe that got the ball. Lawhorn poked it out and then tried to save it there. Lawhorn calling for the rebound. Or calling for the replay, excuse me. And a good strip there.
It was a great play. Got the mismatch, get the ball poked. Bigger guys don't usually have the great ball handling skills. Great play by
now
Longhorn.
Kobe King checks in for MJ Collins. In Carson Templin for the Aggies. Kicks it all the way over to Falslev in the left corner. He fakes a three, then goes into the post and draws the foul. Falslev to the line to try to make this a 5-point game. Utah State looking to strike early, not wanting a season sweep here from the Rebels.
And Utah State, the position they're in right now, too, just one game out of securing at least a tie for the Mountain West Championship. And if they win their next two, they outright win it, one game ahead. Just looking to finish the season off strong.
Falslev hits. Oh, Falslev hits the first one. Mason Falslev from Utah coming in. And gonna try to do work here. 7-2, 16-10 remaining. UNLV has the ball. Bounce pass over to Walter Brown from Howie Fleming. Brown's offline, and Bernarby cleans up his miss and puts a second bucket on the board for the Rebels today.
And this is exactly what we were talking about. Those second chance points, controlling the boards, making sure you don't miss these opportunities, and the Rebels are doing a great job so far.
King looking. Finds Falslev. Gets it back to Elliman. Back to King. That's tipped away. Templin gets the rebound and puts it back up. Very, very aware eye there from Templin to realize that the Rebels got a piece of that. Walter Brown all alone on the left corner. His shot is offline. So not a very good start here from the Runnin' Rebs. Falslev fires a three. No good. Lawhorn with the rebound. Lawhorn it's a 1v4 right now. Trying to get something started. All the way over to Howie Fleming. Somehow corrals it there in the right corner. The Runnin' Rebs, 15 seconds. They're looking to go fast. Into the post for Bernarby. He loses it. Tries to get into Hamilton. Finds it. And I believe that's going to be Carson Templin on the foul by Kamani Hamilton. It is indeed on Carson Templin. His first, team's first. 9-4, 14:51 remaining, partner.
I mean, I don't know how Utah State keeps leaving Howie Fleming open. Like, multiple times we've seen him with the open three, just hasn't been able to connect yet. But if Utah State keeps messing around and leaving him open like that, they could get brutal for him. And he has that shot in his bag, and if he gets that going tonight, UNLV can really open this game up.
So 9-4, Aggies lead it early. We'll be back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for sticking with us. It'll be UNLV ball. Out of the timeout, Tyron Jones checking in from the Barnarby. The home crowd going crazy for the hometown kid. UNLV ball. With 14:51 left to go, 9-4. Howie Fleming to inbound. Gets it into Tyron, off the glass. And Jones started it early, had the game winner just a game ago against Nevada, and starting early against Utah State.
And how about kind of falling backwards, backpedaling almost, putting that up and it going in?
And Falslev recognizing the mismatch. Falslev recognizing that mismatch, gets it into Carson Temple and realizing that Dre Gibbs Lawhorn is on Templin, but the ball just goes out of bounds there, it's a jump ball, favoring the Aggies. So it'll be side out with Mason Falslev inbounding the ball. King kicking it to Collins. Collins guarded by Jones. Now just kicks it back. And a backdoor pass does not go. I believe that was Gary Clark trying to get it in to the cutting MJ Collins. And an Aggies turnover. Now UNLV ball. Down by 3. We know Dre Gibbs Longhorn can hit a couple of those. Believe had 6 or 7 of them last of them last time. So Noah's a very capable 3-point shooter. Now Howie Fleming in the short corner. Now in the post to Tyron, guarded by Falslev. And a foul on the floor. Templin's going to be called for his second foul. He's saying Tyron Jones used that elbow. I think it was the other way around, partner.
Yeah. Tyron Jones just using that big body, force his way into the paint, and it's hard to stop him. I'll give him that, but can't keep drawing these fouls, especially in the first. Can't give him the bonus early on.
So Templin's going to come out in replace of Elliman. It'll be UNLV basketball. Side out. Walter Brown firing up a 3. That one's just off the right rim. Aggies looking to push the pace. Elliman, guarded by Hamilton. And Walter Brown just pokes the ball over to Clark.
A little bit of volleyball there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Rebels trying to deny passes. 5 seconds left. Oh, Dre Gibbs Lawhorn just got a piece of the arm on the cutting Elijah Perryman, and they're going to call that for a foul. His first, second team foul. Isaac Williamson coming in for Walter Brown. So the Rebels going a little small here. They'll be inbounded by Perryman. Aggies get it in safely. Clark fires up a 3. No good. And Howie Fleming gets the rebound. Tyron Jones down the lane, off the glass, and good. Tyron Jones with his 4th point of the night.
Now how about the Rebels pushing the pace? This is exactly how they get the open guys, and just Tyron Jones making a great play, using that shifty ability he has to get to the rim.
I mean, Pastor said it time and time again that he wants to be the running Rebels. That means getting down the floor in a timely manner and scoring when the opponent doesn't even have time to blink.
Something about Dre Gibbs Longhorn right now. He can do whatever he wants with Utah State offenders right now.
Absolutely. Perryman kicks it to Elliman. Fires up a 3. That one swirls in and out. And the Rebels get another rebound. And the Longhorns pass is tipped away by Falslev. And will stay right here with UNLV with good active hands from Mason.
And now this is where Utah can settle down, slow down the pace a little bit after after the Rebels were pushing it a little much.
1 for their last 8. Utah State has not scored in the last. And a little floater there for Drake Gibbs. Lawhorn can't get it to go. And Perriman comes down for the rebound. As I was mentioning, the Aggies are 1 for their last 8. And this one, going to be a backcourt violation. Utah State just not looking their best right now. Haven't scored in the last 3:30 and counting. And somehow the Runnin' Rebels still haven't taken the lead. Utah State very lucky, especially with this potent Rebel offense.
The Aggies only shooting 25% right now. And as you said, that long drought, it's a real struggle. It feels like they just can't get on the same page right now.
Lawhorn trapped in the backcourt. Bounce pass. Out to Williamson, right corner. Bingo! Isaac Williamson delivers for 3 and give the Runnin' Rebels their first lead of the night, 11-9, and a 7-0 run.
Talk about senior night. How about the freshman making the big play there?
Bounce pass over, and a stoppage on the play. Keller was looking to baptize a man. Believe it'll be foul on the floor. Tyron Jones picking up his first, and the team's third. So 11-9, UNLV leads it early. Not a lot of people expecting that. And the Runnin' Rebels coming out hot with 11:38 to go. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. He didn't miss anything. Keller at the line, shooting 2 shots. Makes the first one, shooting into the student section, and makes the second one. Goes 2 for 2 and ties this game up at 11. 4. And then now the Rebels having the ball. It's their chance to respond on offense. Isaac Williamson kicks it over to Lawhorn. He's making his way down the post. Quickly doubled and knocked away. I believe that's going to go on Lawhorn with a push. Test, test. So Utah State can't hit again. Still 11-11 here in this one. Runnin' Rebels moving the ball around. Kamani Hamilton fires up a little post fade. And now MJ Collins pushing the pace for the Aggies. Blocked away by Williamson. Excuse me, guys. Experiencing a little technical difficulties with the broadcast. We'll be just in a second. Will you hear my partner over there trying to talk to you guys? And Howie Fleming finding the backdoor cut to Walter Brown, who dunks it for a Rebel 2-point lead.
How about the Rebels building a little bit of momentum, not just on offense, but on defense too here.
And that was just not a good shot selection for Perryman. He looks hurt, and the Rebels turn it over. MJ Collins driving in. And Perryman looks hurt. He is limping to the sideline. And so that was an interesting sequence of events. So Utah State couldn't get the shot to go. The Runnin' Rebels had the rebound. Then they gave it back to Utah State. Then Utah State stepped out of bounds. And so now here we are with the Runnin' Rebel basketball again. And hopefully Perryman is okay. Never want to see anybody get hurt in basketball here. Unfortunate circumstances. And Drake Allen comes in for the injured Perryman. Hamilton over to Williamson. Back over to Brown. From the short corner, a fade. That's going to be an air ball. Shot clock violation. The Aggies were looking to push the pace, and the refs calling back. They got to inbound the ball. So a little bit of a momentum killer there when you're trying to get your feet back here. 9:20 left to go. And just in the first 10 minutes of the game, only about 23 points scored. So definitely a defensive battle heel. And another turnover by the Aggies. Here come the Runnin' Rebels. Dre Gibbs Lawhorn not on the floor. So someone else will have to try to get the scoring load going. Fleming fires a right wing three. That doesn't go.
And Fleming keeps getting his opportunities. His third miss, it's only a matter of time before he starts draining these for the Rebels.
Clark looking. King down the lane is blocked. Falslev gets the rebound and puts it up. He's fouled. Falslev will go to the line. But how about this post defense by the Runnin' Rebels? They are not allowing anybody to score in the post, whether it's denying passes from the entry point, whether it's getting blocks. We saw an Isaac Williamson block. We saw a Tyron Jones block that was called for a foul, but I think that's the mentality they have. I mean, Utah State likes to push the ball in the post, and if that doesn't work, Falslev, who's normally a pretty good free throw shooter, misses the first one.
And I love the physicality from the Rebels. As a football guy myself, seeing these guys really bring that physicality, whether it's a chase down block or two guys going up to stop them. And this is how you get student section, as we're seeing right now. That's how you get them hyped.
Into the crowd of the student section, and false left misses the second one. Tater tots, courtesy of Parkway Tavern for everybody. 2 missed shots from false left at the free throw line. It's still a 13-11 game with the Runnin' Rebels. And another foul called on the floor. Jacob Benarby receiving the contact there. And Utah State picking up their 3rd team foul. Colby King picks up his first. And Howie Fleming will inbound the ball with 20 seconds left on the shot clock.
How about that roar from the crowd? Just really getting behind the players here.
Tyron Jones trying to impose his will down there in the post, and the Utah State says no. They want to push the pace. Falls left, back to Allen. Allen fires up a straightaway 3. No good. Well, the Aggies get the rebound off Foslev's missed 3. Fires up another 3. Falls left from the left wing. Not good. 1 for their last 13. This is a historically bad shooting performance from Utah State here. But equally as so from UNLV. I mean, they only have 13 points here.
And the struggles continue. Shooting 17% from the field for the Aggies.
Walter Brown with a little fadeaway off the glass. That was tough. Looked like he only used one hand off the fadeaway. And the Rebels take a 4-point lead. Drake Allen down the lane. Bounce pass. And it's going to go to the line for the Aggies as Clark is hammered in the post. Gets his shot blocked away by Tyron Jones. I believe they're going to review it here. I believe the ref's saying that that's on the floor before the shot. So they're going to go to review, and we're going to go to the break. So don't go anywhere as we have more Runnin' Rebel basketball on the way. Welcome back into the side of the Thomas and Mack Center. Utah State taking on UNLV. If you're just joining us, it's been a defensive battle, but not because any great defense had been played. Utah State has not scored in the last 4 minutes and counting, and they just missed another free throw. Keep in mind, the last time the Aggies were at the free throw line, Mason Falslev missed 2. A second free throw, and it's off again! Utah State cannot buy a bucket. One shot has gone in their last 14 attempts, and it's not too good for the Runnin' Rebels either, as they're shooting just 37% on the day. 1 for 8 from the 3, 15-11 here. Tyra Jones tries a cross-court pass. It's intercepted. Aggies looking to push it. Now Drake Allen stands at the left wing, guarded by Tyron Jones, trying to break him down and just retreats back to the half-court logo. Drake switches on to Benarbi. He misses the ball, or he loses it, excuse me. Isaac Williamson, left wing 3. Bingo!
What is happening right now, partner?
Isaac Williamson, who has the only 3 in this game for the Runnin' Rebels, just hits another one. That's their second. And that makes them 2 for 9. Not a great split there. Aggies trying to fire back. Not going to go. 1 for their last 15, and they turn it over again. Runnin' Rebels playing great defense. Tyra Jones in the post. Gets it to go. The Aggies are stunned right now.
I'll tell you what, there's got to be some Aggie repellent on this ball or something, because they just cannot get anything going with the ball in their hands right now.
And the Thomas and Mack has come alive here. No points for the Aggies in the last 6 minutes. Falslev tries to fire up a little post shot and gets fouled on the way up. And so I don't think I've ever seen anything like this in all of my years watching basketball. Utah State comes in as one of the front runners for the Mountain West and starts the day off with 11 points in 15 minutes of play. And 1 for their last 15. Falslev ending the scoring drought, which went on for 6 minutes and 6 seconds. They have not scored since the 11-minute mark. And Falslev ends that, which is only an 8-point lead for the Runnin' Rebels. If they came out and actually were hitting their shots, this game would already be at 20, maybe 25.
And that's where you got to be grateful that the Aggies weren't as disciplined over in this game. But that just shows you there's so much room for improvement. When you hit the half, you can improve on so much more.
Walter Brown to Benarbi, back to Walter Brown, and he can't get it to go. Runnin' Rebs miss. Falslev down the lane, offline. And they have not made a field goal. 1 for their last 16 now.
I mean, sure, they got the free throws.
No field goals in the last 10 minutes for Utah State. Walter Brown trapped in the half court, poked away by MJ Collins, and it's been timeout after timeout for Utah State. They just can't figure out how to buy a bucket right now.
And if you're the coach of the Utah State Aggies, what else are you to do? Your team is just struggling outright. They can't get anything going offensively, and they're struggling defensively too. You need to try and calm them down. There's really no other option here for the head coach.
Tyron Jones stands at the free throw circle and gets it over to Brown. Now Brown kicks it back. Jones in the post. Over to Brown, and a jelly layup almost gets it to go. And Brown, who's the game leader in points today, is going back to the free throw line. Sorry, it was Tyron Jones that is leading the game in points with 6. Then in second, it's Walter Brown. But hey, if he can hit these 2 free throws, him and Tyron will be tied.
And that's what I love to see. Just the confidence that they're playing with right now. To even attempt a shot like that, just if they can keep this momentum going, playing great from their side of the court, 1 free throw down, get the other, just continue this going throughout the game, this game could very well go the Rebels' way.
I know we keep saying it, but partner, the Utah State Aggies have not made a shot other than from the free throw line, as Walter Brown goes 1 for 2 from the line. in the last 10 minutes of play. Their last field goal make was at the 14-minute mark. We're at the 5-minute mark. MJ Collins attempts a three. That's way offline. And Clark gets it back. Back to Collins. He fakes a three, puts up a floater, and rolls in to end this historic drought. 11 minutes without a field goal, and MJ Collins ends that one to make it 21-15. Fleming down the lane, over to Isaac Williamson. Another left wing three is good for Isaac Williamson. And you got Dre Gibbs Lawhorn absolutely loving it over there on the bench.
3 for 3 from the freshman. Who cares if it's senior night? Let him go to work.
It's freshman night. Apparently, Tyron Jones leading the points. And you got Isaac Williamson.
Senior night who?
Kobe King gets another free throw to go. Or gets another little left corner jag, excuse me. And I think they should give it back to Williamson. He's over there in the right wing. A heat check from Williamson. And it's good! Isaac Williamson! Oh my goodness! Isaac cannot miss. And it's a 10-point lead for the Rebels.
And John Passner is hyped. What a game we are seeing. 4 for 4 for the freshman.
The Rebels' chance coming down in waves. A kickball violation. UNLV fouls Jacob Benarby. 8th team foul here compared to Utah State's just 4th. So a 10-point lead and a run by the Runnin Rebels. Utah State just couldn't get anything to fall, which has led to this 27-17 lead with 3:07 left to go. If you're a Utah State fan, I don't know if I want to tell you to we'll be right back, because you might not be listening to this because you may have already turned the TV off. What can the Runnin Rebels do to capitalize on this momentum?
They've done a great job controlling the boards, and defensively, they're poking the ball. The physicality is the #1 thing. Playing physical at the point of attack is what you need to continue to do. The chase down blocks was phenomenal. Both two guys going up to stop them. Even if you're drawing these fouls, playing that physicality, letting them know you're not going to get through us without a fight. This is exactly what the Rebels need to do, and they have so much room for improvement to expand this lead, and that's exactly what I hope they can get going.
Well, looking back on my stats, I mean, UNLV this season held Air Force to just 39 points in a game, which was a record for them. Hasn't been done in a number of years. And they're on pace to do it again now, given this is a little different from Air Force. Utah State standing at the top of the Mountain West, but this has been a historically bad night, a historically bad first half for Utah State, but it hasn't been a great half from UNLV either. It's also been, I wouldn't say historically bad, but a bad half to their standards. With only 27 points, I mean, other than Isaac Williamson's threes, they're shooting, I believe, 0 for 7. And without Isaac, this game would be tied pretty much. And so that just speaks to the caliber of those young freshmen over there. And Isaac Williamson and Tyron Jones making his impact heard on the offensive side and the defensive side. So if you're Utah State, what do you even do in this situation? Do you just stick with your guys and hope that the shots start falling?
If I'm that coach, your guys clearly don't have the confidence that you want them to have. You have 2 shooters on your team that shoot above the 40% mark from beyond the arc. You need to rely on them, gain some momentum. 1 3 ball can change a basketball game like no other. If they can get that going and just control the ball, it's like there's grease on it for them. They just can't really bunker down and play controlled basketball. They just need to calm down, gain that confidence back slowly, and they have the weapons. They have the ability to get back in this game. And realistically, a 10-point lead is much less than what it should be if you're looking at this game.
So Tucker Anderson shooting 1-1. And nothing but net on the first. And so a historic night here at the Thomas and Mack, but probably historic for all the wrong reasons. Anderson goes 2 for 2 from the line. And it's a 27-19 game with UNLV ball. Jacobs Lawhorn has not been in the game for a while. Hopefully everything's okay with him. I mean, he checked out at the 11-minute mark, and it's been 8 minutes and counting without him checking back in, which is pretty rare given the guy just scored 42 in the last game and might go scoreless here in the first half. Lawhorn kicks it to Fleming. Fleming in the post. Has it poked away, but somehow gets it back. Williamson, step back from the top of the three. Just offline. And Falslev saves it and gets it to Elliman.
I mean, it's a miracle. Misses his first one of the game. 4 for 5 now. I mean, this is exactly what you want to see from the Aggies. He's not on fire anymore. That timeout cooled him down a little bit. Now, if you can gain some momentum off of that, it would be exactly what you need.
The last one was a heat check. That one was a little bit more conservative. I mean, on the move, to be fair, but Isaac's been on a heater today. Falslev working on Hamilton. Has it poked away. Refs say Kamani Hamilton made illegal contact. So Falslev going back to the line. And that's where the Aggies have gotten most of their points mostly tonight. And so the All Mountain West, I believe, second team last year goes to the charity stripe.
And this is right here. I mean, this is something you just can't allow if you're the Rebels. There's just no reason to. We've seen it time and time again with this team. You just got to control yourselves.
Falslev is money from the line and cuts this Rebel lead down to just 6, 27-21. Williamson on the right wing, kicks it to Tyron Jones. He's working to his left, now guarded by Falslev, and kicks it out to the left wing. Now to the right wing. Fleming. He has 6. He has 5. Hamilton, long range 3, and an air ball. Tyron Jones tries to save it, and it goes out of bounds. Good effort there from Tyron. But I really want to talk about is Dre. I know we just talked about it, but he just scored a career high and has been out for the greater half of 10 minutes.
It's a little concerning when you're looking at it from the outside perspective.
Elliman fires a 3, no good.
But at the same time, played a lot of minutes in that overtime game. And realistically, your team doesn't need him right now. If you can save that high
Fleming
score,
fakes a 3, then fires from the left wing and it hits. Howie makes this Rebel lead 30-21. And the Aggies just 2 for their last 16. Allen driving down the lane and a tough bucket. There, taking the contact.
the 9-point lead, Rebels trying to push it back. And just from beyond the arc, they're playing great, just like how they did last time, shooting significantly better from beyond the arc than the Utah State Aggies. If they can continue that here, who knows?
Hamilton gets fouled by Elliman. So Hamilton on the floor, not a shooting foul, and the Aggies are in the bonus. Just 5 fouls for them here. That's been 1 positive for them, as not in the bonus yet. So Williamson will just keep the ball there at center court. You know, about a 8-second shot clock to game clock difference. Kamani Hamilton over to Fleming. He fakes a 3. Now moving to his right. Down the lane. Off the glass. No good. And Walter Brown gets pummeled in the post.
We got bodies spilling on the court, falling on top of each other there.
Isaac Williamson picking up his 2nd personal foul. So the Aggies will go back to the line to try to make this a 5-point game. And like we said, the Runnin' Rebels really should be up by a lot more than this. Given, I mean, Utah State didn't score for 11 minutes from the field. Whenever a team like that, you gotta punch them in the face. And I just don't think they do that.
And this is one of the main factors. You just keep fouling, giving them these free and easy points. It's just, you can't allow it. 10 fouls to 5 is just an absurd number, literally doubling what you have. You just hate to see it.
So the Aggies allowing the Rebels to stick around. Drake Allen misses that one, so goes 1 for 2 from the line. Runnin' Rebels have 10 seconds. Tyron Jones for a dunk by Tyron! And that's going to end the first half here. And it looks Josh Pastors hyped up. And a good sign is Drake Gibbs Longhorn sprinting onto the floor to kind of pump up Tyron. So, not an ankle, not any injury. It just looked like he needed some well-deserved rest. I want to talk about Pastors' enthusiasm. He comes sprinting onto the floor and getting the fans hype. Rebels lead at 32-24. Do you have any first half takeaways, Marcus?
First of all, how about going into the half with the high? A dunk, get the crowd hyped, and get Josh Pastner sprinting up and down the court, looking at the fans. But I say it time and time again, the physicality is what I love to see. Now the fouls got a little bit too an aggressive area. 10 fouls is never something you ever want to achieve. Double digits, never want to see it. If you can stay a little bit more disciplined and continue to play the ball you played in this first half, this game would look much more of a bigger gap between the Aggies than you would have.
So let's see if the Runnin' Rebels can have one of those coveted second halves that they always seem to have, always seem to come out stronger in the second. 32-24, Marcus Bray and Whitaker Lummis calling the first half for you. And the second half just moments away. Time to stretch your legs as we will be back in 14 minutes. So come back with some snacks to watch this second half of the game. Right back. Welcome back inside Thomas and Mack. If you're just joining us here at the top of the second half, Utah State came into this at the top of the Mountain West. Well, they started out not hot, but they started out on a good note, and then the 11-minute mark came, and I think it was the 14-minute mark. They went on an 11-minute drought where no field goals were scored, and UNLV put up a couple points. It's 31-24, but UNLV is going to have to come out and really respond to what Utah State has, because I bet they got their butt chewed out in the halftime locker room, especially after putting up 24 points in the first half.
And it wasn't just an 11-minute drought. That came after a 3-minute drought to start that. So in total, you had 15 minutes where you're just scoring 0 points throughout the game. And it's just something you cannot fathom if you're a Utah State fan. Coming in first in the Mountain West, I wouldn't believe you if you told me that's what happened.
Howie Fleming making the post work. Now gets it over to Drake Gibbs Lawhorn. He was scoreless in the first half. Did not play in the last 11 minutes. Come on, Hamilton, fadeaway jumper is good. Just above the free throw line, and that's how you want to start if you're Josh Pastor and the Runner Rebs.
And we talked about it. Kamani Hamilton and Gibbs Lawhorn both scoring 0 points in the first half.
Drake Allen hitting a three. That's how you want to come out if you're Utah State. I mean, hopefully they could be a little bit more back and forth. But if they want to keep this lead, the Runner Rebels have to be on their A game. Howie Fleming now on the right corner. Kicks it. Benarby in the post. And it's going to be called for the traveling. And here's where things could get out of hand. Utah State comes down, hits another three, and suddenly you see yourself down 4. So they got to be very careful here and keep that same defensive intensity that you had in the first half. Falslev guarded by Lawhorn. Now going down the lane and gets it in. That's an easy floater there for Falslev. 34-29. Now to Fleming. And a charge foul over there on Howie Fleming. Falslev just took a charge there, trying to get his team back into this one.
And all of a sudden, that lead shrinks down really fast. And we talked about it. It should have been much bigger. Now only 5 points. Now the doubts start to creep in the Rebels' mind.
Falslev just a high IQ player. MJ Collins from the right wing. He can't hit. And Drake Gibbs Lawhorn gets the rebound. He's pushing the pace. Lawhorn from the right corner. And he's going to be fouled by Falslev. He's giving the ref the stink eye now. I feel like he's gotten a lot of calls today. And he's maybe chirping the ref a little down there. Looking their way.
I got to be honest with you. There's got to be something wrong with that side of the court. Utah State struggling when they get down there. The Rebels struggling when they get down there. Something about that ball on that side, it's just hard to handle.
Benarby, he's blocked at the rim. But Drake Allen will pick up the foul, so Benarby will go to the line for 2.
Just the Rebels' second trip to the line, going to be their third and fourth shots compared to the whopping 14 for Utah State. It's an incredible difference right
Yeah, a lot of fouls there taken by the Aggies here. That's mainly why they're even still in this game, because the fouls committed by UNLV just sent Utah State to the line, and this would be a very different game. I think they probably scored less than 20 points from the field as Benarby hits the first one. And when a team scores less than 20 points from the field and you're not up by 20 or 25, and if you will not get there, but you need to put your foot down when that team scores less than 20 from the field, because their only points came from free throws in the first half.
And they're sitting at 18 points from the field compared to the 11 they got at the line.
Yeah. So a 36-29 UNLV lead. And a foul there. Offensive foul. Zach Keller called for that one, and now Carson Templin coming in for Keller.
Now about the fouls to start the second half, but also a difference compared to the first half. 3 for Utah State, only the 1 for the Rebels.
LaHorn kicking it around, finds Hamilton. He's guarded by Allen, now in the short right corner. Hamilton guarded, gets it over. Allen, LaHorn, corner 3, and can't hit off the glass. Aggies pushing the pace. And an easy layup there for Tucker Anderson in a 5-point game here. Walter Brown all alone in the right corner. Fakes a 3 over to Bernarby, fouled by Templin. And then Templin comes into the game and picks up another foul, sending Bernarby back to the line. Mason Falslev is going to be called for that one, not Carson Templin. Carson Templin was on the defense, but I think Mason Falslev was just trying to poke the ball out. And he's going to be called for that foul. So a good play recognition by the ref there behind the play. And sends Bernarby to the line. And Bernarby good, 3 for 3 so far on the day.
And how about the show the student section is getting today? This is the 20th free throw shot on that side of the court they are seeing.
Yeah, that's crazy. Bernarby goes a perfect 2 for 2 from the line and extends his perfect streak on the day to 4 for 4. 7-point Rebel lead here with 17 minutes left to go. Drake Allen surveying the defense. Just kicks it back to Falslev. Falslev fakes a 3. Back to Drake Allen on the right corner. Just offline in the 3. Walter Brown secures the rebound. Rebels looking to push the pace. Bounce past the LaHorn. Gets it over to Walter Brown. Walter Brown in the post. Been so good today. Now just gets it over to Fleming in the right wing. Fleming guarded by Templin. Spin around. Turn around. Jay. And a tough back work from Fleming there to extend this Rebel lead to 9.
The spin cycle right there just doesn't matter.
And that's just a beauty play. A pick and roll from Falslev to Anderson. And Anderson with another easy layup, second of the night for him. LaHorn still scoreless. Now gets it back, going to the post. He's going to be fouled, excuse me. And that will be the Aggies, I believe his fifth foul already here in this early going. More fouls than minutes played in this second half. Not what you want to see if you're the head coach, Jared Calhoun.
And I think the fouls is a phenomenal improvement.
Kamani Hamilton showing his post work, guarded by Templin, and just gets the right hook to go. 42-33. Rebel lead. Drake Allen stands at the logo. Hamilton with fierce defense on that pass. Now Falslev, guarded by Bernarby. Poked away, but the Aggies recover. Clark, guarded by LaHorn. Bounce pass over to Collins. And Collins finishes it with a dunk. So both teams going at each other here. Not much of it's more of an offensive battle here in the second half compared to the defensive one we saw in the first. LaHorn kicks it over. Hamilton. And Falslev kicks it out of bounds. It'll be Rebel basketball. An immediate timeout here. 42-35. UNLV leads it. Here in the second half, 15-19 left to go. Tyron Jones in here to start this little break of play. 42-35, 15-19 left to go. And poked away by the Aggies on the inbound. Tyron Jones trying to dive for that one, but it's last touch by Drake Allen of Utah State. It'll be side out UNLV. And an important storyline here is Drake Gibbs Longhorns still scoreless. Only have taken 3 shots here. He's with the ball. Over to Walter Brown. Longhorn just getting it back. Step back 3. No good. Walter Brown getting the rebound. And it's poked away by Drake Allen. But a shot clock violation happened first. And it'll be Utah basketball going the other way.
I mean, and I really do think this is like the biggest glaring issue for the Rebels right now. Dre Gibbs Longhorn, 0 points after a 42-point masterclass, and the shots he's taking aren't usual shots you see. We've seen air balls, we've seen like backboard misses.
A turnover by the Aggies. Longhorn loses the ball. Trying to get it, it finds Walter Brown, and 42 points for the Rebels here. With the Longhorn having 0, he had 42 the last time. And a turnover by the Rebels. Tyron Jones was trying to find Hamilton there in the post. False left on the right wing, moving to his left. Finds Drake Allen. He hits a 3. 42-38, just a 4-point lead. Rebels have to respond here. Aggies are on a run. This thing could get close early. Hamilton guarded by Templin. On the left elbow. Hamilton getting it to go. Hamilton just with a little good post hook there. Post floater, if you will. And stops this Aggie momentum. Allen taking it to Collins. He's in the left corner, guarded by Brown. Collins making his way to the post. Blocked away by Tyron Jones.
And there's that aggressive defense the Rebels need to continue to play in this second half.
Jones on the left wing. Behind the back. Blocked away by Templin.
Tyron Jones not happy at all with that play. Maybe he's saying it was a little too aggressive for what we just saw.
Yeah, Tyron Jones was just looking up when he was on the ground there at Carson Templin. Maybe a few words exchanged. So a 44-38 lead here for the Rebels with 13:22 left to go. UNLV's ball on their basket, looking to score more points. Tyron Jones, the lob! He's so good off the lob in the inbound over Carson Templin, who I believe they were just exchanging a few nice words to each other. And so that's always nice to get your get back. MJ Collins over to Perryman. Perryman guarded by Jones. Backdoor cut to Carson Templin. He gets a dunk.
Templin and Tyron Jones, maybe some nonverbal going back and forth with the buckets there after a couple.
You get a dunk, I get a dunk,
yeah.
kind of way here. Now come on, Hamilton stands in the left short corner. Here on senior day, over to Isaac Williamson, right wing 3. No good, but it's tipped in by Kamani. Pastor so passionate on his hands and knees, trying to get the Rebels to play good defense. Tell them to keep their hands up. Perryman over to false left. He fakes a 3. Back out to Perryman. Poked away by Dre Gibbs Longhorn. It will remain Utah State basketball, but good defense from the Runnin' Rebels. Now the Aggies have 9 seconds left on the shot clock. They want to take some time to think it over. 12-11 left to go. Rebels 8-point lead.
And I love the energy from Coach Passner, jumping up and down, trying to communicate with his team. Get your hands up. Don't let them shoot like they have been. And if you're a player, you love a coach like that who can really bring the energy for your team. And this is with an 8-point lead heading forward. This is exactly what the Rebels need to continue to do.
So time for a quick pit stop. More court magic is coming right your way after this. The comeback attempt continues for Utah State here. Find themselves down early and have yet to regain the lead. Rebels lead it by 8 here with 12 minutes in the second half. A way off three from Utah State. Tyra Jones from the right wing. Euro stepping his way. Off the glass for Tyron. A 10-point lead here for the Rebels. Pastor, so enthusiastic over there. Trying to get his guys to play good defense. Now Clark on the right wing. Fires up a three. That's not going to go. And the long wingspan of Tyron Jones gets it in. Howie Fleming pushing the pace. Euro stepping his way. And it gets wedgied in between the board and the rim. But it will be a foul, so Fleming will go to the line. But not before we go to timeout. And oh my gosh, how frustrating this, as a basketball player, is a wedgie like that, especially on the break. So we'll be right back after this short break. Don't go anywhere. So the break's over, and it's game time again here in the entertainment capital of the world. UNLV Student Broadcasting, would just like to thank all of our partners over at UNLV Journalism that make this whole entire operation possible. Could not do it without your support. Howie Fleming at the line. Shooting two, trying to extend this Rebel lead to 12, 50 to 40. 11:27 here left to go in the second half. Fleming's pure on the first one.
Chance to increase this lead to 12 points. A mark last time these teams faced, the high for the Rebels was 10 when they won the game.
Fleming shooting a second one and making a second one. So we have yet to see Al Green, the senior here. I do assume if this lead gets a little larger, we will see him. Has not played in the last couple games, but it'd be unfortunate not to see the senior on senior night. Allen on the right wing. Aggies looking anywhere to go. Finds Templin in the post. Kamani jumps on Templin's pump fake, and Templin just knows to go up with that one off the glass and good for. Now we go to the line for an and one opportunity. Could cut this Rebel lead down to just single digits.
And as you were saying earlier, you had to see Al Green. In the first half, we did see a much bigger lineup where Al Green would have fit in well. And it was much like this with Drake Gibb Longhorn instead. So to not see him yet, it is a little like, are we going to see him? And if we were, I feel like we would have seen him already tonight.
So Kamani Hamilton and Carson Templin is also good on the N1 free throw. And Kamani Hamilton will take up the ball for UNLV. Gets it over to Longhorn, still scoreless today. Longhorn moving to his right. Step back from the right corner and gets it in. Trey gives Longhorn gets on the board after his historic 42-point performance last game. Has 2 points in this one. He's such a team player. He will do whatever he can. And Howie Fleming, I believe, is going to be called for the defensive foul. His third personal. And a third team foul. Carson Templin looked to maybe do a little bit of acting there just to sell that one. But refs say they do see illegal contact, and I have to agree with them. And Falslev gets it off the inbound pass, and he is going to be fouled. Howie Fleming picks up his fourth personal foul and a fourth team foul. Very unfortunate there. Howie Fleming been so good. I mean, you talk about the assist-turnover ratio. It's just been so good for Howie. Almost have a triple-double tonight. For him, I mean, he has 7 rebounds, 10 assists, 9 points. Falslev at the line, shooting 2 and missing the first one. Walter Brown checking in for Fleming.
And the Rebels did so well at the start of the second half, really controlling the fouls. It was a 5-1 difference at one point in favor of Utah State having the 5 fouls. And now just a couple fouls back to back to back is not what you want to see.
So Falslev hits his second one. And more importantly, the Rebels only 2 losses when they're leading the rebounding game, and they are leading it by 3 here. Longhorn escapes the trap and gets it to Walter Brown in the front court. Rebels swinging it all over. Isaac Williamson back in the game. He's moving to his right. Over to Longhorn. In the post. Tyron Jones in the post. Turn around and one for T. Jones. And shows the muscles there in the post. He's going to go to the line for one.
The big body making big moves in the post. No one can stop that man when he wants to get to the basket, and he shows it there. Has a chance for the three-point play and to extend this lead.
So hard to stop in the post because not only is he 6'9" vertically, but his wingspan, although official measurements are not out yet, as he hits that free throw to convert on the N1 opportunity, he has to have a 6'11", maybe 7-foot wingspan, as Tucker Anderson responds on the other end for the Aggies with a 3. But that wingspan by Tyron is crazy, and it allows him to get so many blocks and so many and one dunks. So the Rebels on the offensive push again. Hamilton now on the right wing. He fires a 3, just rims out. Isaac Williamson gets called for the loose ball foul. Isaac's third here. And Kamani getting some advice from Coach Passner. Been so adamant about keeping Kamani in the game. So a little words exchanged from them. Friendly words, I assume. Another 3 from Utah State. Just rims out. Walter Brown trying to get the rebound. Believe there's going to be a foul on the court. It's actually going to be on Drake Allen for Utah State. And so I think both teams did a little push there. And now UNLV, I believe, is going to go to the line because they're now in the bonus with 8 team fouls. UNLV at 5. And let's see who takes them for UNLV. Still yet to decide. I believe it's probably going to be Walter Brown. And the refs point Brown, the New Zealand native, to the line, but it's to rebound. And there was a little confusion here. I believe Walter Brown thought he was rebounding there. So just slots it at the block, and the refs tell him, no, Walter, you're supposed to be shooting fouls. And he's like, okay, I mean, I might as well. Getting more on my point total as he misses that one. 9 minutes to go left here. Rebels have a 10-point lead, 57-47. Utah State looking to come back in this one. Fires up a 3, blocked by Kamani Hamilton. Tyra Jones, full court pass. Kamani all alone and a dunk. The student section going crazy. Tyron Jones credited with assist, going from all the way from the backcourt to the front court.
And how about Kamani Hamilton taking Passner's advice, getting the hands up, and getting the slam?
He can't hit. Aggies go scoreless again as Keller, can't hit that one. 59-47. Rebels enjoying a 12-point lead. Rebels chance fill the Thomas and Mack. And a definitely capable scorer is that guy right there. Kamani Hamilton, right wing. Bingo! Kamani Hamilton delivers a strike into the heart of Aggies fans. Utah State wants to talk it over. Marcus, what are you feeling? Just explain this energy in this building right now.
The fans are hyped. Not a crowd that can get behind the players. The Rebels doing everything right so far, just building momentum. And we saw the 10-point lead coming out of half. Now they extend it. If they can really continue to do this, a 15-point lead with 8 minutes to go, they're just sniffing that sweep against the Utah State Aggies.
Man, I know this is not Thomas Mack holds 19,000, and we weren't here around for the heyday of Larry Johnson and Stacey Augman and Tarkanian and those guys. But this arena feels so loud, even though it's probably only 6 or 7,000. I know that number keeps coming up, but it's just a good number right in the middle of 10 and 1. So I believe it's 7 or 6,000. And so it's just so loud in here. I feel like they make it feel like it's a filled arena. And so energy from the Rebels fans fueling this Runnin' Rebel lead. 62-47, 8:08 left to go here in this Mountain West clash. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Time to stretch your legs. Hope you didn't miss a beat here on UNLV Student Broadcasting. Rebels enjoying a little 15-point lead. 62-47. 8:08 left to go. Utah State coming to this one, top of the Mountain West. Has not looked at here today as MJ Collins steps a foot on the line. It will be another turnover for the guys from Utah. That will be their, I believe, their 8th turnover of the day. Refs want to have a look at it. I believe he was saying the review. So we are going to say here, while they look at this review, partner, what'd you see? Did you think he was out?
I'm going to be honest. From the angle I had, I was quite surprised that the ref called it out. I do believe he was probably in. It's going to be close. I think, if anything, the heel was hovering above the line. But from my angle, which is an awkward angle from where it was, it did look like he was in. I was quite surprised by the call there.
So coming up on the Runnin' Rebels schedule, they play San Diego State going on the road after 2 home matches there against Nevada and, of course, against Utah State tonight. They will try to finish out the season. You know, they came in, they're 15-14 as we currently speak. And if they can pull out a win here, they'd be 16-14, going to one of the top contenders in the Mountain West. And we'll see what they can do come San Diego State and what they can do coming back home to a technical neutral site game, but it is played right here at Thomas and Mack Center.
And you look at the other side of the game, Utah State Aggies. A win here cements them as at least a tie for the Mountain West Championship. And if they can continue the next 2 games with a win, they will secure it without a doubt, barring any other losses between SDSU and New Mexico. This is 2 big games for these 2 teams,
so
trying to build some momentum.
The review comes back and says MJ Collins did not step on the line, so it will be Utah State basketball here with 17 seconds left, 8:01 left on the clock with the Aggies down by 15. Falslev kicking it over. Tyron Jones blocked by Walter Brown. And Anderson just making his way any way possible. Walter Brown kicking it over to Isaac Williamson, and Isaac just has to go completely horizontal for that one. And they turn it over. Walter Brown coming out of this one in place of Fleming.
Looked like he was making a sideline catch for the NFL right there for a second.
Absolutely. Stoppage of play here. Not sure what for. Refs going to the table. Utah State just inbounded the ball, and then it was stopped. So we will resume play. Little tongue twister there for you here at 9:53 local time in Las Vegas. These 2 teams, doesn't matter to them. They're still doing battle here. Utah State, false left, straightaway 3. No good. Kamani Hamilton puts his big paws on the rebound and tells the Rebels, hey, we got this. We're enjoying a big lead. Let's slow the pace down and play our game. Williamson kicks it to Fleming on the left wing. The lob to Tyron, the dunk! And Fleming just putting the assist goggles on. Just wow. Believe that's his 11th assist of the night. Howie Fleming is a triple-double machine in a 64-49 win. Or 64-49 lead here for the Rebels. Utah State trying everything. Falslev somehow gets that one to go. Kamani Hamilton trapped. Gets it over to Tyron Jones. Tyron on the push. Williamson all alone from the right corner. Yes! Isaac Williamson! Utah State wants to push it. He will put up a 3. That's no good. Anderson can't hit. And Isaac Williamson is fouled in the backcourt. Jeez, partner, this has just been a historic game from the Rebels and not so historic from a quad 1 team like Utah State.
What a game from the freshman. An absolute masterclass. 5 for 7 from the field. He hasn't even bothered to take any other shot besides from beyond the arc, and he drains it every time. Started off the game hot. 3 or 4 straight. Phenomenal. Senior night, it doesn't matter to him. The freshman's going to show out whenever he can.
And Utah State has tried so many times to go to timeout and to go, as Williamson can't hit that one, but they've tried so many times to go to timeout. They only have one left, as Anderson can't fire there. I'm jumping out of my seat there because Fleming just fouled out of the game. And I did not see any contact initiated by Howie Fleming. It's 16 foul for the Rebels. They're going to replay it here. And I believe that's going to be on Isaac Williamson, excuse me. MJ Collins, right corner 3. That's not going to be good. And an out of bounds, running Rebel basketball. Refs on the right corner did not call it in time. And after the shot was not good. And Tyron Jones was going to secure the rebound, but they call it out on MJ Collins.
And Howie Fleming still in the game, so close to that triple-double mark. Sitting at 9 points and 7 rebounds. Already has the double digit for the assists.
And just a heads-up play there from Falslev. He was just creating problems for Isaac Williamson there. He was just on him like an ape on a tree, I should say. I'm not sure that's a good analogy there, but apes like trees, and Falslev liked Williamson on that one as he's in the backcourt on his back, and then steals the ball and throws it off Williamson. And Falslev gets the ball stolen from him. Hamilton gets fouled, and one for Kamani. And I think that was a little bit of a dirty play by Falslev. He tries to go low on Kamani Hamilton, and that was just, I don't know if that was a spur of the moment foul, but that was a dangerous foul there from Falslev.
And how about just taking the ball away from him, like taking candy from a baby and taking it to the rim? A phenomenal play, and this Rebels lead is up to 18 points. 6 minutes left. This team is looking to make a statement and get the sweep.
Falslev is going to be under review for a flagrant foul. Falslev had the ball stripped away from him, and Kamani Hamilton just going up and somehow gets it to go. Kamani with a momentum play, 69-51. Rebels up big by 18 points here in this quad 1 potential victory. So it is a flagrant foul. Falslev he was just trailing, maybe a little angry that Utah State has come into this one slow and just commits the flagrant foul. Like I said, it was a little bit of a dirty play. I mean, they all have them. I mean, Falslev just a little annoyed, like I said, that Utah State has come into this one slow, not up to the standards that he knows this team is capable of, and commits a flagrant foul on Kamani Hamilton. So Kamani Hamilton will shoot the and one free throw, and then UNLV will have 2 more free throws because of the flagrant.
And we're going to push a chance for a 20-point lead here.
Hamilton, good on the first. He's going to shoot 2. He did make the and 1, though, I believe. So, good on the second. And maybe... Okay, so instead of 3 free throws, it will be 2 Kamani Hamilton free throws, and UNLV gets the ball back. So no technical flagrant foul free throws. Kamani Hamilton converts the N1. And then I guess 1 flagrant foul free throw and the ball back. Kind of works like a technical foul, but yeah. Kamani Hamilton on the right wing. Kicking it over. Jones guarded by Templin. They've been going at it all night. Templin pokes him in the face. And Jones gets it out to Fleming. And one opportunity again for Howie Fleming. And let's see who this is on. That's on Foslet, his 3rd personal foul. And Utah State just looking like a shell of their former selves. They were ranked early in the season. And funny enough, they were ranked in this season. We went to Utah State to beat them. And then UNLV last year also went to ranked Utah State and beat them. So it just seems like every time we play the Aggies, the Rebels have their number.
Oh.
Anderson going to the cup in the face of Tyron Jones and gets that one to go.
And last season it was very similar. The Rebels took the first game on the road against the Aggies, but the Aggies responded back with a win in Las Vegas and in the Mountain West tournament. But now, in the John Passner era, flip the script. The Rebels get the win in Utah, looking for the win here in Las Vegas, and who knows come tournament time.
A 21-point lead enjoyed by the Rebels, 74-53, excuse me. Now Kamani Hamilton over to Dre for a right wing 3. That's good! Dre gives Lawhorn doing whatever he can to make this team win. 5 points on the day after a masterful 42-point performance against Nevada. Allen down the lane, blocked away by Hamilton. But Allen got it up before Hamilton's big paws could get on it. Score the basket for Utah State.
And you hate to say, like, in basketball, you can win it at any point. But a 22-point lead in the way they've been playing today, it's going to be hard for the Aggies to really get that momentum back from the Rebels, especially with how they're playing.
Hamilton starts at the left elbow, loses it, now goes to the right elbow. Gets fouled, and it's an and one! Kamani Hamilton! What the heck is happening? Let's break down this play for you. Kamani Hamilton went to the left elbow, to the right elbow, then does a one-legged Dirk-style fadeaway with the shot clock winding down, kind of hoists it above his head. The Aggies obviously want to contest that, so they come up on Hamilton, they foul him in the process, and somehow a circus act of a shot goes in for Hamilton, and he converts on the free throws to a 25-point lead here by the Rebels.
It feels like he was just trying to put a shot up just to get the foul, and it feels like whatever the Rebels put up right now, it's going to hit the net.
And a bright spot all night for this Aggie team has been Anderson. He has 15, the game leader for Utah State, and he's just been finding his shot, shooting 60% on the night. Although in the blowout here, Kamani Hamilton doing everything he can. Now with the ball again in the short corner. He is tripled out to Lawhorn, left corner. Not going to go. Rebels get the basketball, and Passner is absolutely loving this enthusiasm from the Rebels, the energy they're playing with. And You could not ask for a better game when Utah State's been off a heater recently. They come in and blow the Aggies out of the water. 80-57, 3:41 left to go. We'll be back. Welcome back inside of Las Vegas. That's tipped away. If you're just joining us, the Rebels are out to a humongous lead, 80-57. Dre Gibbs Lawhorn having 5 points on the night. Howie Fleming down the lane, tipped in by Kamani Hamilton on senior night. He's just been having himself a day. False left down the lane, fouled by Williamson. He will go to the line for two.
And how about the second half for Kamani Hamilton? Sitting at 22 points right now. And we look at the first half. We were saying Dre Gibbs Lawhorn and Kamani Hamilton, two of the best players for this Rebels team, sitting at a big old goose egg, 0 points. And how about the explosion? 22 points to extend this lead to an absolute blowout for the Rebels.
Yeah, like you said, 22 points in the first half. Walter Brown coming in, and could we see Al Green here on senior night? Could we see Jalen Cunningham? Could we see Nas Cunningham? I mean, it's getting about to that territory. The game is not over yet as False Left goes 2 for 2 from the line. We've seen crazier. A 22-point lead could easily be caught in 3 minutes. Rebels have to keep their foot on the gas, and then I think about the 1 minute mark, we see all the seniors coming in. Fleming fakes a left wing three. Now just resets it back to the top. Fleming over to Hamilton. Hamilton calling for the ISO. Loses the ball. Utah State, nobody around. And the dunk. Colby King. Kamani Hamilton on the floor here. Hopefully he's okay. Looks to be fine.
And it was Isaac Williams stepping off earlier, getting a standing ovation from the crowd for the absolute clinic he has put on from beyond the arc.
Those threes single-handedly kept the Rebels in the game in the first one. And the last home game here for UNLV is an absolute stunner. Hamilton down the lane, just absolute bag work. Absolute bag work here from Kamani. Just with the spin move and the finesse off the glass. Beautiful. Falslev, right wing, gets it to go. Right corner 3 by Falslev. Brings his total up to 18 points. 20 points, excuse me. 84-65, 2 minutes left to go. Kamani Hamilton stands on the right wing, on the left wing, excuse me. Gets it over to Dre, back to Walter. They have a couple seconds to go. Hamilton down the lane, Fleming left wing 3. It's blocked away in an air ball, so a low point here for the Rebels. A low possession there. King working on Brown in the right wing, or on the right block, to Falslev. Falslev can't hit, his shot is offline. 1:30 left to go. And a standing O here from the crowd. Hamilton trying to get it a bounce pass to Dre. Can't get it to go. Now Dre, right wing 3. Good! Dre Gibbs Lawhorn putting icing on the cake. 1 minute remaining. Drake trying to respond with an Aggie 3 of his own. No good. Now Lawhorn down the lane.
How about the pass there? Leading him forward a little bit. Put a little air under it. Might as well put him at quarterback, honestly.
Partner, it was so loud in here that I couldn't even hear the foul whistle. I thought that's why I ended my phrase with down the lane, because I didn't think he got fouled. I just thought the ball went out of bounds. It was so loud in here, I couldn't hear the foul call. And so Drake Gibbs Lawhorn will be going to the line for 2. And let's see if a couple Rebels come in here. Lawhorn hits from the line. And it looks like a couple are going to come in. And a slew of Rebels ready to check in. Al Green, Jalen Cunningham, Nas Cunningham, Jacob and Arby, all coming in. Bernarby will stay at the scoring table, looking to come in for Tyron Jones. So Al Green gets his moment on senior night. Emmanuel Steffen comes in, replacing Tyron Jones. He gets a standing ovation. Lawhorn from the line. And a hit. Stop makes Lawhorn 10 points.
And Dre Gibbs on maybe making a little belt motion there a little bit.
I don't know what that could mean. I have no idea. Almost hits a 3. Out to Anderson, who's been hot all night. And just off the line, 89-65 here. I want to see Al Green get some buckets. I mean, it's his final night of his senior day. Senior night, I should say. Jalen Cunningham, oh my goodness, hesitation 3 from the freshman. The Rebels just can't miss. Oh, and Cunningham can't get the rebound. 14 seconds left. And the Rebels are playing their best basketball here in February and March. Aggie 3 offline, and it goes. And Howie Fleming gets his triple-double. Howie, 12 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists. What a game for the Runnin' Rebels. Blow out the Aggies here at home in their final Thomas and Max stint of the season. 92-65. Marcus, you're coming into this one. You're not expecting this, am I correct?
No, if you told me coming into this game, the number one team in the Mountain West was going to get blown out by almost 30 points and shut down for an 11-minute drought, and on top of that, the UNLV star, Dre Gibbs Longhorn, who just came off a 42-point game, was basically a non-factor when it came to the points. Like, his points didn't even matter in the win. UNLV was getting it done without him. It's incredible what we saw here today.
Howie Fleming ends his final day, final home game technically, and in front of the UNLV home crowd with a triple-double. What a special way to go out. We hear the fans behind us yelling his name. From everybody here at UNLV Student Broadcasting, thanks so much for listening, so much for tuning in. Make sure you follow us on Rebel Sportsnet for all coverage and all things UNLV from the broadcast booth. Whitaker Lummis and Marcus Bray.